Hello, hello to everyone. Let me check this. I have the stream up on my phone. There we go. Sorry, I have the stream up on my phone, so I have it set up to where I can see what's going on. Well, mainly so that I can look at chat too while I'm not looking at the computer. Or, sorry, let me rephrase that. When I'm not on here, so. Two viewers, okay. Hello. Let's get people rolling in, and then we will be set. So, sorry for the poor camera quality. Okay, so like I said, sorry for the poor camera quality. I'm just using my webcam on my laptop, so I don't have a capture card yet. That's the next thing I plan on getting. So I will definitely get one of those so I can use my camera. So let me get this settled right here. Okay. Let me open up a new window. Um, my Twitch thing. This is what happens when you switch from one thing to another. I should just get both OBS and Streamlabs, but you know. Let me just take that off for a second. There we go. Well, the notification went out, so I can tell you that right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna get going with everything. So let me switch over to scene. This would be much easier if I had two screens, but I don't have that. So I'm going to turn this down at least. Put this up here. No, that's going to have to go right here. Okay. So welcome to this month's recap for Apple events. So I am here on the Apple website, and of course you can see welcome to the future of Mac. So today they introduced the new MacBook Air, 13-inch MacBook Pro, and Mac Mini, all with the Apple M1 chip right here. So that is definitely an advancement that they said. So small chip, giant leaf. So it's a 5 nanometer chip packed with an astonishing 16 billion transistors. I didn't. Okay, well. Delivers incredible performance, custom technologies, and revolutionary power efficiency. and it was designed from the very start to work with the most advanced desktop operating system in the world, macOS Big Sur, which that will be released on November 12th, which is actually this Thursday. So at least they give a 2-day warning instead of like, oh, hey, guess what? iOS 14 is released tomorrow. And yeah, so at least they gave it 2 days, 3 if you're including today. So, and so what's really new with these new Macs is no new redesign, no redesign, no nothing. And so you just have the 13-inch MacBook Pro, and then obviously the MacBook Air, available starting 11/17, November 17th, and then Mac Mini only comes in silver, no no space gray. And so they didn't upgrade the MacBook Pro 16-inch, and I got to the conclusion too quick saying that, oh, they just did that because they already upgraded it this year. But no, it was really the 13-inch. The 16-inch was upgraded last year in like December or something. So they're both inexpensive. All of them are very expensive, at least to me. I don't know about you guys, but MacBook Air starts from $999, and then the new MacBook Pro starts from $1299. And so these two have the Apple M1. The MacBook Pro is also available in the Intel Core i5 or i7, up to 16 gigs of RAM, up to 2 terabytes of storage, and up to 18 hours for the MacBook Air, and up to 20 for the MacBook Pro. Compared to the MacBook Pro 16-inch, you can go up to 64 gigabytes of RAM with 8 gigabytes of not gigabytes, 8 terabytes of storage with up to 11 hours of battery life. So the MacBook Pro has much more battery life than the 16-inch. And same with the MacBook Air, much more battery life than the 16-inch. So these are the two that I would personally go for. If, like I said, if you guys really just want the bigger screen and whatnot, 16 inches is definitely to go. If you guys are into the smaller screen, then definitely go with the 13-inch. So yeah, let's get into what they said. There were some hardware upgrades besides the M1. I think it was really just I think so. The power, so MacBook Air, they did take out the fan, so there is no fan in this, and I think that's really it. They did upgrade the FaceTime camera. I'm not too sure, but they did mention a lot of gaming. Me personally, I wouldn't do gaming on a Mac. That's why I have a Windows. But it's got all day battery life, up to 6 more hours of free charge or free of charge. No fan, no noise, just air. Like I said before, it's literally going to be silent as far as I know. Like, I can hear my computer fans going, so any chats? No. And so the M1 Apple Silicon will run natively on macOS Big Sur. And yeah, so with what I thought about this event, I was a little bit upset. I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting them to upgrade all the Macs. It was only a 49-minute event, so I don't know why they couldn't. I feel like they could have just at least put some of it into the iPhone 12 event. But I don't know. That's just me. Other people think different, and I'm totally cool with that. So, uh, M1 will run Rosetta 2, so which means you can run your favorite iPhone and iPad apps directly onto macOS Big Sur and you can see there is Among Us right there, HBO Max and whatnot. So, and we did see our boy Craig Federighi, and so I was actually happy about that. So MacBook Air can't keep a secret. So let's see how M1 protects your data. Security, M1 chip. I don't think they mentioned the T2, so the T2 will not be in this. And I think M1 has been in previous iPhones too, the M series. So they can't do, from what I've seen on Twitter, they can't do M7 because it has been on the iPhone 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. But 25% more colors on the display. Razor sharp text clarity. Good looking and easy on your eyes with night shift and dark mode. Cameras and mics. There are 3 built-in microphones, and I think, and face detection uses the neural engine to adjust white balance and exposure. Say hello to your mics that focus on your voice instead of what's going on around you. So it's somewhat like what the iPhone will do when you're on a phone call. So that microphone on the back will take in. There isn't a microphone on the back though, but that microphone will take in and just mute everywhere else besides your voice. So that's something that Apple has implemented into the Macs now. So that's really an upgrade, I think. And the Magic Keyboard, no butterfly. And they did put some new things up here. So search is now F4, microphone F5, and then I think this is do not disturb right here. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong, but it's got the scissor mechanism. The redefined scissor mechanism delivers the best typing experience ever on a Mac notebook. I find it better. I can definitely tell the difference between the two when I go to like Costco or whatever, and they have the two side by side. I can definitely tell the difference between the two. And so it does, the Magic Keyboard does have just a little bit more play in it, but it's not as like, how do I put it? It's not as much as the butterfly. I think I could be wrong. I can't word stuff. So Touch ID, it does have Touch ID to unlock Mac, Apple Pay, 1Password protect documents and purchases on the Apple TV, and uses Wi-Fi 6, Thunderbolt, and USB 4. So they upgraded the Thunderbolts on this, the USB-Cs, to put USB 4 on this, which is somewhat actually a bit of a surprise. I didn't think it would come to Thunderbolt to USB-C. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but there's definitely more. It can transfer data up to 40 gigabytes per second. It can do 6K external display, charging, and whatnot. So, like I said, it does have Wi-Fi 6. All the Macs have Wi-Fi 6. So let's go to the 13-inch MacBook Pro right here. So there is no actual default wallpaper like they do for other ones, like for the 27-inch iMac. They just put the Big Sur wallpaper on here, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. So this does have the M1 chip. You can also get this in the Intel version. So same thing, I/O and neural engine, all that, 16 billion transistors. So it's got an 8-core CPU and an 8-core GPU. It's got a 16-core neural engine and all that. So they packed in so much in a 5-nanometer chip, and I'm actually really impressed about that. So, yeah. Obviously, Big Sur. Now, this does have up to 20 hours of battery life. Now, the MacBook Pro does have the fans because obviously it's a Pro. It has active cooling, sustains blazing fast performance. It's got up to 2 terabytes of SSD storage, up to 3.3 gigabytes per second sequential read speeds. MacBook Pro securely yours. Now this also does have Touch ID and the touch bar. Now the brightness has 500 nits, 25% more colors, and True Tone technology. Cameras and mics, BC heard, just like before. Upgraded FaceTime HD camera and 3 mic array. So this has studio quality without the studio. They have, like I said, studio stuff and whatnot. Magic Keyboard, same thing as the MacBook Air. Touch bar and Touch ID. And it does have USB 4, Wi-Fi 6, and whatnot. So let's go up here. Let's go to Mac, and then let's go to the Mac Mini, which is also new. So this does start at $699. So is the cheaper of all of them. And so same thing, M1, 8-core CPU, 8-core GPU, 16-core neural engine, macOS Big Sur, obviously. And they only put this in the silver color. There is no more space gray for the Mac Mini. Now, you can get up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. That is as much as you can go. You can go up to a whopping 2 terabytes of solid-state storage with 3.4 gigabytes of speed, app speed. Keep it secure, keep it safe. Fits in, rocks out. Apparently gaming, which, like I said, I could never use this for gaming. I would never use the Mac for gaming. I can never imagine it. So it does have USB 4 for the USB-Cs. I don't know. They do have USB Type-A, headphone jack, HDMI 2.0, Ethernet, and obviously the power plug. This one does have the fans too, so as you can see, there is that. The RAM is not upgradable. It is put into the M1 chip. And yeah, I think that's really it. That's all that there was. Like I said, there is Wi-Fi 6. Now you can get up to 1.2 gigabytes per second throughput for Wi-Fi, and I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, that is it for the November stuff. Like I said, I wasn't exactly that amused with it. Like I said, it was just a little bit short than before. Like I said, only 46 minutes long, and it just really wasn't as much. We were expecting AirTags. John said that they were ready to ship and whatnot, so they could be doing just a press release with those soon. I am not too sure. AirPod Studio will be in March, and I think that's really it. I am not too sure, like I said. And yeah, so I was also expecting a redesigned iMac because we kind of need one of those. We want one with an iPad Pro-like design, just like you did with the iPhone, the MacBook Pro, and all that. So, Apple, if you watch this, please, please do that. Thank you. But anyways, that is it that I have. Let me go back to the scene. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you for joining in. I could do this for longer, but that's all I really have time for. So, yeah, so if you guys have any questions, leave them in the chat or leave them in the comments down below if you guys are watching this after the live stream. And yeah, so I'll give I'll give a minute maybe. So if you guys have any questions, definitely drop them. No questions? Okay, so that looks to be it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to the people who did. So, yeah, thanks. I guess that'll be it. I don't know really how to end this, but thanks for watching.